The Malaysia Competition Commission is proposing to impose an 86.77 million ringgit fine against Grab Holdings Inc. after preliminary investigations found that it had abused its dominant position. According to MyCC, Grab had placed restrictive clauses on its drivers related to the transit advertising market. MyCC's decision also includes a penalty of 15,000 ringgit per day on Grab starting today, the largest fine imposed by the Commission on an entity to date. Grab now has 30 working days to present its defence. The e-hailing firm says it will file written representations by November 27th. MyCC CEO Iskandar Ismail explains that Grab had restricted its drivers from using their vehicle to promote and advertise other e-hailing platforms. Iskandar points out that Grab's drivers are not their employees and thus are free to do whatever they want with their own car. In a statement, Grab said that MyCC's decision took the company by surprise. Grab believes that it is common practice for businesses to decide upon the availability and type of third-party advertising on their respective platforms. Iskandar claims that the clauses only became an issue post Grab's merger with rival Uber Technologies' Southeast Asian operations in March 2018. Since then, MyCC has received numerous complaints against Grab, which prompted the investigation. Prime Minister Tun Dr Mahathir Mohamad says that the Pakatan Harapan government would study whether to bring back the controversial goods and services tax if that is what the people want. According to Bernama, Mahathir says that if the people believe GST is better than SST, then the government would study it. However, the PM says that any decision concerning GST would not be included in Budget 2020, which is set to be tabled next week. Earlier in the week, MIR had recommended that the government bring back GST, calling it a fair tax, but at a lower rate of 3%. GST had been implemented by the previous ruling government in April 2015 before being replaced by SST by the Pakatan Harapan government in September 2018. The FBM KLCI closed 10.78 points or 0.68% lower today at a fresh 4-year low of 1,564.12 points. Bursa performance today was in step with its Asian counterparts, which all declined on the news that the US would impose new import tariffs on EU imports. The drop was led by Public Bank, which was the top percentage decliner, closing 2.13% lower at 19 ringgit and 28 cent. Axitrader Asia Pacific market strategist Stephen Ines wrote in a note today that Budget 2020 is now being viewed as the next significant catalyst, which is likely to keep foreign investors cautious on local bonds, equities and currency. According to Reuters, world stocks hovered near 4-week lows and yields on major benchmark bonds slipped. It was reported that Washington will enact 10% tariffs on Airbus planes and 25% duties on French wine, Scotch and Irish whiskies and cheese as punishment for illegal EU aircraft subsidies. TDM has denied that a company it is linked to is involved in open burning in Indonesia. In a statement to the bourse, TDM said it practices RSPO principles and is strictly governed by the no burning policy. TDM further clarified that since 2016, there has been no new development or land clearing activities carried out within its area of operation. It had been reported earlier that Indonesia was investigating fires at concessions belonging to 6 Malaysian planters. TDM's Rafi Kamajaya Abadi was in the list alongside Ahmad Zaki Resources, Ikhtiar Gustipudi and Sime Darby's Sime Indo Agro, among others. However, Rafi had the largest affected area of those named, some 600 hectares in West Kalimantan. TDM added that since the dry season started in early August, Rafi had accounted a few fire incidents within its operating area and had reported it to authorities. The company said that the cause of the fire is still undetermined and under investigation. PNB said it would have a relook at its Strive 15 Strategic Plan 2017 to 2022 on whether it would need to tweak it, Bernama reports. This is given the current landscape of weak investment returns environment both at home and globally. Newly appointed President and Group CEO Jalil Rashid said that PNB is currently doing a midterm review on the plan to judge its progress. Strive 15 comprises 3 pillars, namely enhancing sustainable returns, effective investment management and driving operational operational excellence. When asked if PNB would keep investing in equity markets of several advanced and emerging markets, Jalil said given PNB's asset size, it was time to start looking outside. PNB's assets under management stand at around 300 billion ringgit. Jalil said that Malaysia's market was not large or deep enough. However, he added that he recognized PNB's role in investing in local companies and building up the ecosystem. Jalil said that PNB would need to diversify its investments and find what geography makes sense for the fund.